Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farms, Calmsden. So, you join me in March and it is time to get a bit of planting underway. What I've done, I've split this field straight down the middle, so we now have two smaller fields. As you can see, bit of grass. So I'm going to plant corn one side, sugar beet other side, and then the other two. Actually no, I'm not. I'm going to change it up a bit actually. I think I'm going to do corn one side, I'm going to do a vegetable the other side, might do potatoes. Yeah, I think we'll do potatoes, we haven't done them yet. And then I'm going to plant some sunflowers. So I'm also just very mindful that we've got a bit of stock in storage. So where is our... So we've got barley, which is for chickens. We've got 22,000 litres of corn and 31,000 litres of sunflowers. So we do need to sell sunflowers today by the looks of it. And corn is in June. So I'll get off planting and then we will we'll sell some sunflowers later on. But I'm going to plant this side corn this time because we had the other side corn last time. And then, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do sugar beet or potatoes. We have done a bit of sugar beet now, and there is a bit of a mod for lifting potatoes yet, so it might be an idea that we give that a go and see how it is. Is it too early? I thought you could plant corn in March. No, you can't until April. Right, never mind. Let's change it up again. Let's make this a sunflower field, and then we'll do the other one down the bottom. We'll make that our cornfield. It won't matter, they're both about the same size to be fair. So yeah, let's plant some sunflowers. So I'll get cracking, and I've decided to try out the new case and see how it plants. It should pull this really easy. So I'll get set off and I'll get this planted. Right, we've run out of fertiliser, so we're going to have to jump in the old Defender, and we will... Oh, something's gone wrong with the trailer. Right, yeah, so we're going to go pick up a bag. I think we should be able to just chuck it in the back of the Defender. And we'll go get a bag of fertiliser, because I don't think we've got one kicking around the yard. So we're nearly done that field now. And then after that, we will be going across to... Well, I think we'll start selling, and we'll set up one of the workers rolling that field. And then, I don't know when we can put potatoes in the ground, but I think I'll get some potatoes in the field next to it planted, so we'll have a look at that. But it does mean we'll have to buy the potato harvester, which is almost the same as the sugar beet one, but it does spuds. So let's have a little buy. See, I think one bag of fertilizer would do us, which is nearly £2 grand. Whoosh. And what I mean by the potato harvester is, let me show you. So in trucks, so there's a sugar beet one, and then we have the potato one. So yet again, we've got our merry men in the back, and that will do our potatoes. I had also looked because I put this on. Now I've got to check the year, but I thought that might do us for running big loads back and forth to sell points. It's 102,000, so it's not massively out of reach. We could do it, but I will need to check when the Volvo F16 Globetrotter come out, so we can see if it's in our time period, because it doesn't say here. I think we would probably boost it out as well, get the 500 horsepower, because it's no extra cost, and make it rapid. But I wouldn't mind getting one of them on the farm. It would help carting, and it would make it so much faster if we could load like all the potatoes up in one trailer. But we would also need money for the trailer, so we could probably afford the lorry straight off the bat, but then we'd need to get the trailer. So this is our oldie wildy dumper trailer. Looks a bit American, I know. Probably wouldn't have aluminium, we'd have steel. But yeah, 35,000 litres in there, and we could travel quite far. So yeah, that will be a plan. I think we'll probably end up getting something like that very, very soon. We definitely might consider that. Get that sold, and we might be able to get a lorry and trailer. But I'd like it to cart all this sunflowers, because it would make it easier. I might even sell the wool today. We'll have to see. It'll bring in enough money. I think we could nearly do it. And we've just checked up on the Volvo, and she's 1987 to 1993, so I think she's a goer. So yeah, that is definitely one of the things I'd like to get. So I'm going to get this loaded. We'll carry on doing our sunflowers, then I'll meet you all before we take the sunflowers, because I definitely know we'll have enough money after we've done the sunflowers, but it'd be nice to take them with the lorry. So we'll have a look into it. Right, that is our sunflower field all done and dusted. So we need to check when we can put in potatoes. So potato. Oh, potatoes can go in today. So I think we can use the drill to put them in. But I would imagine it'll be a bit like, it'll use a lot of seeds, because potatoes are quite heavy seed usage, but it's still worth a go. So let's get this dropped off down here. Oh, brakes aren't as sharp on this as the Fiat. Let's get the planter dropped off. There we go. And let's put the seed drill on, which I don't think our seed drill takes fertiliser, so I left the Defender up there because I had thought we might be able to fill it up as well, but I don't think. No, it doesn't, so that's not a problem. But we do have quite a bit of seed in there at the moment. So let's just have a check before I get all the way down here. Potatoes, yes. So we can put potatoes in with this. It is a mod, but I could not find for the life of me a potato planter from our year. So at least we're using the right year of equipment. So let's just see how many seeds it's going to use. Then it'll let me know if I'm going to need to run to the store and get a couple of bags of seed. So it's not overly massive, the usage. I mean, it's not minimal, but it's not great usage. So I'll get to the end of this straight and then I can leave a worker hopefully doing this, but I'm not sure yet because obviously we have split the field up. So let's just look what the worker's doing. It's not registering a field at the moment, so it might end up with me doing it anyway, which is not a problem. I don't mind doing a bit of drilling. Let's just see if it'll work now. It's still classing it as... oh no, it is actually working, so it has acknowledged our line. So I should be able to leave him doing that. We're going to take the Defender back to the yard now. I'm going to wrestle the trailer out of its pit of despair. And then what we'll do is we'll get the wool loaded up and we'll see if we can get a lorry bought. Oh. To be fair, I don't mind if the fertiliser stays there for the time being. We'll get it with a trailer because we can't strap on the back of this. But yeah, I don't. We'll get the wool sold and then hopefully we might be able to get a lorry before we take all of the sunflowers up to the mill, and it will massively help with carting our big yields. So like next year when the potatoes are in, we can go collect them all from the side of the field. We could take the telehandler, pick all the boxes up, move them to the side of the field and fill the lorry up, and it should mean bigger loads, quicker delivery, because the carrots was taking so long because we had to do so many trips. Right, we'll get the trailer on, I'll take the diesel off and then we'll head up and get the wool. So I've got all of our produce loaded. So we've got 8,653 litres of wool, And we've got 5,670 litres of eggs. So, I think we said the farmer's market's the best for the wool, and I think it's only up the road to the usual sell point. So, we'll take the Defender up there now, and we will get all of this sold and see if it gives us enough to buy a nice shiny lorry ready to sell the sunflowers. So I'll see you at the sell point and then we'll do some selling. So here we are, let's find out what we'll get for this load. So we've got £43,000. It leaves us with £156,000 in the bank. So that should be enough to buy our lorry, and then we can start moving around some sunflowers quick, and then we can sell the corn as well using it, and it should make moving crops a lot faster. So I'll just run this back to the yard and then we'll have a look into getting a new Volvo. Right, it's that wonderful magical time. Let's do a bit of spending. So, we're going to get the Volvo. And we're going to max its engine out. I think, what do we leave? Do we have wide tyres on? Doesn't cost anything, so yeah. I think we take the livery off because I prefer it like that. Do we have additional lights? Yeah, let's have the additional lights. We'll put the beacons on as well. Probably something not as vivid. I quite like that actually. It's very in fitting with the time. So I think if we make the grille, do we keep it black? Yeah, I think that looks old school. So let's get that bought. That's £102,000. So this one hasn't got a name, but I think it'll be this one. It's also one of the cheaper ones, so that does help. And I quite like that. So yeah, let's get that bought as well. And that leaves us £25,000 in the bank, so we've still got our man down here. He's just finishing up now for us, as you can see, not much left. And then we've just got to spray that field with fertiliser after he's done and roll both of these. So we'll get a roller on it in a minute. In fact, before we take a good look at our new lorry, jump in the Fiat, put the roller on and get him going. Because I'd hate to miss out on the rolling. Oh, we don't need to take the trailer with us where we're going. So we'll get him set up in the sunflower field. And then after he's done that, we'll get him to roll the potato field. Okay, let's get him. There we go. He's off rolling. Perfect. We don't need to fertilise that field because the planter's got fertiliser in it. It's only our drill that doesn't. So let's go look at our new lorry and trailer combo. So here she is. The Volvo F16 with a nice trailer. So this is our new running around horse. We might even get a low loader for it one day, and then we can cart a lot of our produce back and forth from the glass house. And I think we'll soon be building another glass house. So yeah, really excited to have this on the farm, and this is going to make life so much easier. Let's have a quick look on the interior. Oh yeah, she's a manual. Got quite nice seats, nice cabin there, plenty of room for us to chill. So let's get the trailer hooked up and let's go take it to pick some sunflowers up, and then we can get some sunflowers sold and hopefully make some money back, because we've just spent over 100 grand on our new lorry. So it should be Should make everything just that little bit faster on this vintage series for us. And look at that. We've got some rotating beacons. Very nice. Right, I'm going to run down and let's fill it up with sunflowers. So, sunflowers on board, lorry's good and to go, so we'll get over to the sell point. So it's quite a way away, but that doesn't matter because we can go flat out in the new lorry. So she drives actually quite well, pulls nicely. I'm glad we went for the 500 horsepower version, but let's see what we get for the sunflower. So the trailer's got 2 compartments, which I didn't realise. So that's actually quite nice because we'll be able to take, like, say we had some barley and then a bit of sunflowers, we could split the load and take them both at the same time. So that's going to help massively. So we'll get this run down and I'll meet you there and we can see what the sunflowers bring in. So here we are at the sell point. So we'll sell it one bit at a time, I think. Let's get the first compartment unloaded. And then I've got to work out how we flick to the other compartment. And then we can get that sold. So let's find out what we get for the full compartment. So that is £65,000 for the full compartment. So really, really good money that. So how do we flick? So front, so we go to U, and that does the rear. So then let's find out what we get for the rest of it. So this was only a partial load. It was nearly full, but not quite. So we got 54,000 for that. So that takes us up to £149,000. It's even more than we started with. So yeah, we've bought a lorry, and now we've got £149,000 in the bank. So I think we're going to spend this on. I want to get another chicken shed, and I also think we need another glass house down at the place up here. So we'll have a walk over, well, we'll have a drive down there, we'll pull the lorry into the, well actually I think what we'll do is go to the yard, we'll fill it with a bit of barley, and then we'll meet down there, and then we'll have a look at what plans we've got. So I've just been thinking, what do we put down in the bottom fields? And then I thought, why don't we do peas? We haven't done peas yet. So let's get some green peas in. So that's going to be our cornfield. Nice big cornfield. Should make us plenty of money. And these, I'm going to definitely do one of these fields as peas. I would have liked to have tried onions, but I don't think we've got anything that does onions, so we'll get this going in this field, I think. And then we'll recover that. We'll take the spreader back, and then we'll go over, feed the chickens, and we'll look at our building plot. Right, so let's do a bit of construction. So this is our land, as you can see. We've got our 2 chicken coops down here, and we've got our sheep barn just here. So what I'm thinking is we need some more chickens, because they're good money. I want a bit bigger enclosure this time, so we've got this one which only holds 30 chickens. So I don't know if we go for something like that, 100, 250. I quite like the looks of one of these. Nice big chicken enclosure. I know it's going to distort the land massively because it is not what you would call an ideal field for planting stuff in, but yeah. Let's see what we can do with that, because I knew it was going to be bad. Soften the ground up a bit and just see if we can get it somewhat fixed. So we don't need to be down this side, so that's not too problematic. But as long as this bit here is all softened up for us. And that should be our new big chicken shed. So we fill it up there. And the pallet should go here. So that's take 100 chickens. So then we've got plenty of chickens on the farm. And I kind of want another glass house. And I don't know if we're going to do the same sort of thing, or we're going to have the glass house do different things. So if we nip over to our farmyard, we've got our original glass house just here, which is full of lettuces, as we can see. And I think we should get another one. So if we go to glass houses, I think we should do some mushrooms. So I don't want a real big mushroom place, but I think a nice small mushroom area like this one would be nice. So let's put it over here. Keep it on the track. And there we go. We've got plenty of more produce. So if we go into here now, we can turn on our... I think we're going to do these ones, and Jeremy Clarkson would have called these space penises, but let's get them running, and then the water should fill up for us. In fact, I might just do both, just because I've not really done mushrooms, so I don't really know what they're all about. And then let's have a look at our new chicken pen. So yeah, we've made that a lot better. That shouldn't be too bad now to drop food in. I presume I'm going to have to go pick some more barley up. But let's get some chickens bought. So, let's see. It's £12,000 to fully fill that pasture, and I think that is an absolute bargain. And there we go. We've bought 6-month-old ones because we want them to start producing straight away. And now here they are, our new livestock in their old... Look at this. How good is this enclosure? It's really in keeping with our vintage series. So some nice vintage areas for the chickens to go. So this is where they're going to lay the eggs. We'll pick them out of it, and then we can get them sold. And we've got all the nice feeders all kicking around for them as well. Let's jump in our lorry and let's get them fed, and then we can see if we're going to need to go and get any more food for them. So that's why we kept all that barley back. So we've got like 40,000 litres of barley. And this should really, really help with our yielding. So let's see if I can find the trigger. Sometimes these triggers can just be that little bit awkward. We'll also have to just double check that. I know some of the enclosures on here are a bit strange, or what food. It's a large chicken coop. So yeah, it should just take grain. Right, leave it with me and I will get it filled up. So I got the chicken fed. I thought it was the lorry that was playing up, but it turns out because it was so uneven, it sort of like lost the trigger. So I had this in Chipping Norton map, that if you get it too low, you lose the trigger. So we've just lowered the ground a bit there, and I've managed to get it working. So I'm just going to go fill up again because I need a bit more for the other chickens, so we can get them fed. And then all of our animals will be up to date, and then we'll go up to the other field and have a look at what the workers are doing. So I might even, I've been toying with buying a low loader for our lorry. Now I've got it, and then that means we could sell the flatbed we've got for the tractors, and then we can carry bigger loads at once, so we could get all of the lettuces on and different bits and bobs. So I know we've got a few to sell as well at the moment, so I might get a trailer as well, and then we can get all of that good stuff sold, and then we can see where we stand. And then we'll have all these crops in, and then we're waiting until April where we can get the corn in. So that might be, get this filling up, and then that's going to be one of the workers. And I'm going to leave this over at the chickens. I might leave this tractor there as well, to be fair, and then we can keep topping their food up as and when they need it. So as you see, we've got 23,000 litres, so we'll get pretty much all of that in this trailer, and then we can leave this over by the chickens, and then we can keep topping them up as and when they need food. So yeah, we go 24. So we'll just go check on which worker. So the peasman's done, so we'll go, I think we're going to do both of these field peas, or do we put in, actually, let's not be boring, let's do the other one as parsnips. Parsnips actually made surprisingly quite a bit of money. I was quite surprised with them. Now we've got a lorry trailer, I don't feel so bad because we can actually, oh, can't put parsnips in because we can actually cart more. So parsnips are next month, red beets next month, peas and carrots next month. So yeah, we'll actually just leave him there for now. He's a next month one now. So we'll get our David Brown over, get the two other chickens filled up, and then we'll head over, buy a lorry trailer, get the produce sold, and then hopefully after that we'll move on till April. Right guys, let's go have a look at what flatbeds we could get. So we want something oldie wildy. I don't know if there's anything too old on here. That's 2016. This is unlisted. It's a very basic looking trailer, so that might be a contender. It's a bit expensive though, so let's carry on. Have a look. So that's 2021. That's a car trailer. That's 21, 2020, 2020. So yeah, I think that one might be our option, the one we had a look at. We'll go have a look in 2018, 19, 2020. Yeah, there's nothing there, so just have a look in flatbeds just in case there's anything in here. It's 21. 2011, that's the youngest one we've seen other than, yeah, so I think this oldie wildy one here, this lizard one, 2000, so it's right on the edge of where we want to be, but it is our only option, so I think we'll go for it. Shame it's not just a little bit older, but That looks cool. So let's get that bought. It's £66,000, so it is fairly expensive. Only leaves us 2,800 quid in the bank. But we can now use that to go sell all of our lettuces. So we'll go over there and we'll go pick up what lettuces we have. And hopefully we'll make the money back. So I'll meet you back in the yard in a minute when we pick up the lettuces. So let's have a look at our lorry setup now. So we've got this Globetrotter. She's looking fine. Real nice lorry. And then this is our trailer. So it's a 2000 trailer. Like I said, it's just a bit on the newer side. It's the newest we'll ever go on this series. But it is still vintage. We haven't set a time specifically, but it is vintage. But it's going to be a massive help to transporting stuff around the farm. So look at that. What a setup. She even looks good from a distance. Get a photo and out, that'll be perfect. But yeah, let's get this over to the yard and let's pick up them lettuce pallets and we'll get it all sold and we'll see what money we can raise, because we need to replenish our bank account now with only £2,000 in it. But we do know in June we can sell the corn anyway, so we're not struggling yet. It is just buying some new machinery to make our lives so much easier. Right, I'll see you back at the sell point when we're ready to sell what lettuces we have. So here we are in our lorry. So it doesn't actually look a lot on the back of this new trailer. So we're definitely going to be able to carry a lot more products at once. So we'll probably end up letting the glass house fill up, move it all to the side, and we'll take it in one big hit because we've definitely got the room now. This would have absolutely filled our tractor trailer before. So now this is, well, it's barely touched the surface. Basically running an empty lorry up to the sell point. But yeah, let's get it sold, find out what money we're going to make from it, and then that will be our pocket change for the next few months. Right, let's see what we get. Ooh, £54,000. That tops us up to £60,000, which isn't bad going at all. So that's going to be perfect. So we're going to get this trailer taken back to the yard now. And we'll move the roller over to our pea field, because I've just seen he is finished. And we need to get our peas rolled. So we'll go get our peas rolled. And then that's everything we should need to do in March done. Ooh. So our sheep enclosure has got some goats in it. And as you've probably noticed, the goat milk is still not working. So I don't know why it doesn't work on this map, but for some reason I cannot get goats to produce milk. It's just going to be one of them things. We also need to have a bit of a clear out of machinery now, because now we've got all these new bits and bobs. We don't need half as much as we had. And we also, I think we're producing some good milk from the cows now, so we're going to have to get some milk sold. And I don't know what the best month is, so we'll have a look into it. And if today's the best month, before we move on, we'll get it sold. But I actually think it's later on, so we'll have a look anyway, and we'll find out. And then from there, we can get it all sold and hopefully make even more money. Or if there's a dairy on the site, we could be able to lease it, and we could turn it into bottled milk or cheese or chocolate, and then it would make us even more money. But we'll have a look into it, and hopefully we can fit this trailer in this store as well. It's our biggest shed. Right, let me get this backed in, and then we'll get the roller moved over, and then we'll have a look into milk. Right, let's check on milk and pricing. So let's see first of all how much milk we've now got in storage. So Just got to check on the grass as well. So we need to bring another bale up to our sheep. So we'll get that brought up. The cows are... they're still fed up quite well. They've got plenty of straw. We soon need to start moving some manure around. But we have got 8,000 litres of milk. So let's go and have a look at when milk is at its best. So... milk. Oh, right. So yeah, September's its best. So we'll keep saving up. There's no point of selling it until we're ready. So the other thing I also wanted to do, let's go have a look at our vehicles now and just make sure we're not stockpiling stuff we don't need. So I think we can safely say we can sell the front loader because I don't think we'll ever use it. Bought it, it didn't fit on the tractor. It's not the end of the world. So let's get that sold out the way. So we need that, we need that, need that. So we don't need that planter anymore because we've got a bigger one, so we'll get that sold as well. I don't think we'll need the trailer anymore, so let's get that sold. Sprayer we need. The tanker I'm tempted to get rid of because it's only 3,000 litres and it's going to take a long time, so I'm hoping to get a bigger one for moving milk about. Hopefully that's the telehandler. Yeah, that should be the telehandler one. We need all of them. I think that's everything we can sell, so made a few quid off selling the old equipment. We will be looking into a bigger tanker eventually for moving the cow milk, but at the moment, like we say, we haven't got enough to worry about, and to be honest, we could even get a tanker that goes on the back of the lorry if we can find an old enough one. So, you know, we could get, probably not that one, but you know what I mean, we could find, that one's 2,000 litres. I mean, that's 8,000 litres. That would be a bigger, that would be much better for what we want to do. So yeah, we go milk capacity 8,000 litres. So yeah, we could buy that, to be fair. That would be a lot better for us. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out. I mean, even that, no, that's too new. Too new. So yeah, we'll keep an eye, but that looks promising for moving milk, and it's cheap as chips. We've got tractors and we won't be moving that much milk. But yeah, before we forget, while he's rolling that field, we need to jump in the telehandler. And some of these grass bales here, we need to move over to our, well, we need to move these over to the sheep, so let's get it done. Right, I think we'll take 2. And let's drive up to the sheep. So, I've just been quickly had a look at manure trailers because we need some fertiliser on the fields. And I've come across this one, a 1999. Only holds 5,000 litres, so it's going to be quite a few runs. But we could spread our manure and save a bit on fertiliser. So, £25,000 lighter. Oof. But we now have a manure spreader. So, considering the Renault is part of the farm up here and it runs the cow farm, we're going to use this and let's go spread some manure on our fields. So we've got the sunflower one doesn't need doing, but the potatoes does need doing, so we will go get that all spread. So I can't seem to find where our manure is stored. See, I thought this was the manure pit, but there's none in here. Just checked on the web, and it's on the interface, and it's saying we've got 34,000 litres, but I cannot see where we fill up. So that's obviously where we tip the food. That's obviously where we tip the straw. That's where we buy the cows. I thought it was going to be this pit, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I did try to take it to the slurry pit, and it doesn't work there. So if you guys have got any idea of how it works or where it works, please do let me know, because I've drawn a blank. So I think we're going to leave it there today anyway, guys. We've done loads this episode, and we've bought quite a lot of new equipment. And I am really happy with our new Volvo LORRY. It is an absolute beaut. And look at all the trailers we've bought as well. We've had a very expensive day. But I'm happy. We've spent some money, but it's all worthwhile. So there we go. Shut the door on the new LORRY, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and join us on the next episode.